Gaming.com, bringing you a little bit of a deck tech of a brand new deck I'm working on. Golgari Emperor. I guess I have two of them, so I had to name this one too. Looking to play our opponent's things via Tiny Bones, Emperor of Bones, a little skeleton sub theme here. Delphi, Voidwalker, Cruel Claws, Heist. So yeah, we play a lot of some discard, some kill spells. We have a sub theme of counters matter, so we want to put obviously the Emperor of Bones. Maybe it's not a sub theme really, but we want to be able to put a +1/+1 counter on it, so we have Snakeskin Veil to do that and to protect it. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Bristly Bill, and Innkeeper's Talent, all ways of putting +1/+1 counters on things. And we are looking to either use that to grow Emperor of Bones and take our opponent's creatures, or to use Evolution Witness to get our own things back, or to just grow this Tiny Bones into a lethal threat. To be honest, it's a synergistic pile of cards that I'm not sure is going to compete, but I'm excited to try it. Our sideboard, trying out Paw Patch formation. We have a few other the usual suspects here. Shieldred, kind of just a good big threat that maybe our opponents won't see coming. Gains us some life, some more removal, some graveyard hate. Probably forgetting something like we'll probably end up playing Storm immediately, but yeah, I mean, our goal here is to play Tiny Bones after making our opponent discard some of their best cards, protect it, take those best cards. We'll see how it works. So let's go to the free zone. Let's see about playing a match. 30 minutes, buddies only. All right, let's wait a second. Maybe one will appear magically. Yeah, this is the first time playing this deck, and it's the first draft. So I don't know. I mean, the way my day's been going of playing Magic, the wins are few and far between, to be honest. All right, so Handsome Jesus is our opponent. I'm just hoping to do what we want to do. I want to put some counters on some creatures, and I want to see those creatures do fun things. And then we see our 20 lands coming back to bite us. All right, well, this is what we want, I think. So we're definitely going to keep. We're going to put, we might regret putting this Inquisition on the bottom. Evolutionary Witness, maybe. We don't have, all right, what do we want to, let's put, or do we want to put the, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, they're millennium to 5, so we'll see how long they're in this game for. They'll stick it out. It might be Tron. Yeah, I just want to be able to put some counters on some things and get some value out of it. Is that too much to ask? Hopefully not. So our opponent mold to 5. Oh, they're an Enchantress deck. We'll take that one. It's the biggest payoff. And Tiny Bones might get a hit in. We'll see. We'll probably play Bristly Bill first if we draw a non-fetch land. So opponent's having some rough luck as well. So we got rid of that. There goes that. They have 2 Sanctum, Enchantress's Presence. Snakeskin Veil. All right. Well, do we Tiny Bones with protection, I guess, is what we're going to do. Get the party started. Enchantress, I don't know how much main deck hate they're going to have. And we can take their Sithis if we're lucky. We're not going to get a lot of value out of it. We don't actually play any enchantments, I don't think. Opponent got a little lucky there with hitting the land. Will they block? So we'll go for a Surveil land. Fatal Push is pretty good. We kind of want to land, but we'll take the Fatal Push. as an answer to some of what they're up to. That doesn't really do anything for us. Man, I wish we'd had another land though, and then we could cast something. Okay, well. It's such an interesting. So opponent made their land draw, which is good for them. It's such an interesting wording on this card because it's we would love to play. We would love a fetch land. Bristly Bill into a fetch land would be great. Innkeeper's Talent, not so bad. Like we're basically into just playing our opponent's spells and hoping to win the game that way. Combat, so I can plus up there. Yeah, our 20 land deck is looking pretty bad right now. Anyway, such an interesting. Yeah, we want to cast it. Tiny Bones is such an interesting card in my mind because it totally breaks the rules of Magic. It lets you cast creatures at instant speed, essentially. It ought to say till end of turn, but it does not. All right, so our opponent getting their making their land drops. That's for sure. What are their follow-ups? Abundant Growth, draw a card. Sure. Now they can just get. We're just missing too many land drops to close out this game. If we had gone land, we might be in business. But right now, we do have an enchantment though. So what we can do, if our opponent doesn't put a blocker down, is all right. They don't have a blocker yet. We can play this and play Innkeeper's Talent maybe. This guy an enchantment? He is. Or Nombo with Tiny Bones there. No lands off the top, so we can attack, cast. So I think what we want to do is whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. I think I just value the card draw over the damage right now. So we're going to attack. Maybe hit a land drop. That would be really nice. We do not hit a land drop, and we get the awkwardness of not being able at the beginning of combat. Oh gosh. All right. We're putting together our mana somehow where our opponent just draws 1,000,000 cards. Oh, for every enchantment they cast. Oh no. We can Cruel Claw ice them. Continue our theme of stealing our opponent's deck and playing it. You can hear my children screaming. It's been great. Another Enchantress presence. Where's the Bowmasters? That's what I need. No wonder Enchantress doesn't see a lot of play though. Bowmasters. Anyway, you can hear the children screaming. It's going great over there. At least we shut them off with their big mana. But the tears, man, they are real. Other enchantments, you control Hut Shroud. Sacrifice it, search your library for an enchantment card to reveal it. Alright. drawing some cards. Not that we really have a way to. Oh man, just the tears. All right, what can we do here? Land? Fetch line would be great. I keep saying it because it's true. What could be in our opponent's hand? Another snakes. All right. Combat only. So what we could do, we can run out this evolution witness to put a counter on it to get a fetch land back. That's just, or we can live in a little bit of fear and cruel claws and heist them. Exile that card to get the response. We cast that card on there. So we're gonna cast this. With the gift, targeting our opponent. I did. Wow, look at all that. Man, so much. So we can take that, and then we can just cast it a little later. X add mana where X is the number of enchantments you control. We control 1, 2, 3. We'll play it. Gain a life, draw a card. Maybe we'll hit a land. We hit a land. Oh my goodness. We made a land drop. That is my child knocking, so hold on a second. I'm busy. What is it? All I know is all I hear is screaming. I hear a lot of screaming, and you not being nice to your sister trying to take her things. So I would like you to be better if you want any sort of screen time. Okay. Now Holden's gonna come in here. I'm right in the middle. You'll have to go. All right. Opponent's gonna draw their entire deck. It looks like, and then they're gonna go get something. I think we got them to 12. They've not had a whole lot of luck finding. They do have this guy though that can get some life. All right, so Handsome Jesus is doing some fun things over there, up to 10 cards. However, we got to do our thing. I said I wanted to do our things. We stole some stuff from our opponent. We have a Phyrexian Unlife. Oh, this game. This ought to be a fun game. And we don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Our opponent's up to 13 cards. I wonder, they must have a way to reshuffle or shuffle their library because oh man, this is too funny. It's too good. Too good. All right, so next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4 enchantments. We can cast Evolution Witness. Start getting back our lands. All right, so this is exile target creature and opponent controls. So what are they going to target? Tiny bones, of course. We will go get an overgrown tomb. We will play Snakeskin Veil. Give it +1/+1. They're up to 15 cards with 34 mana or 3 mana. No, 2 mana available still. They can start recurring things. Suffocation. Tell target creature or planeswalker to put on controls until it leaves the battlefield. Sure. Okay, I think we can now. I told him, I guess that's what's drawing us cards too when we cast enchantments. However, I did say we were missing land drops, so I'm not sure if I wouldn't have just taken this. All right, so then we can put ward on everything if we want it. Can we kill our opponent before they have to discard? All right, so we can level this up 1. That takes 5 mana. We have 1, 2, 3 enchantments. So that taps for 3, 4, 5. So we can level it up all the way. Is it going to be enough? If we draw a land, it might be. We'll see. Land? Fetch land? All right, how do we want to do this? What's in their graveyard? So many good options. Tap this. We can tap for 3. We can play this, get a land back. Do we want to do we really want to just level up completely, or do we not continue stealing things from our opponent? I think we want to steal that, don't we? All right, how do we want to do this? Let's think. All right, so we're going to tap this at X green. We're going to tap this for green. And then we're going to cast Bristly Bill. And then we're going to level this up. We counter on that. Counter on that. All right, put a counter on that. So this is what it looks like when you play a deck that doesn't have a lot of interaction. But they're going to have a way to shut down what we're doing, I'm pretty sure. We don't want to tap down to the point where we can't cast a Snakeskin Veil. So the Voidwalker would be nice because it could maybe shut down some of what their shenanigans are. Or we can just cast that to grow our and everything. What does this card do? Sterling. Why can't I read it? Sterling Grove gives things Shroud. I think we have to pass the turn after that. Protect ourselves with protect our tiny bones. Man, what a crazy game this has turned out to be. I'm happy though, because I got to do what I wanted to do, which was put counters on things and take my opponent's stuff. Haven't seen Emperor Bones yet, but this Tiny Bones has gone the distance. All right, can they find an answer an instant speed answer to Tiny Bones, or will they draw a lot of cards? I mean, they must have. Yeah, I mean they must have something that they can go get to help keep them alive, even if it's Phyrexian Unlife. I mean, I imagine a Phyrexian Unlife, at the very least, is what they can go get in order. Or is this, what was that other one that I saw in there? Oh, okay. As long as you control 7 or more creatures you control, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a white cleric creature token with this creature power top set each number of spirits you control. Alright. Going to crack a land. We can level up Innkeeper's talent. Start doubling up counters. I'm gonna go for, you know, something. Put it on top. What are they going for? Do we not know? Phyrexian Life, like I said, that's what I kind of thought would happen. They're gonna draw a bunch of cards. Down to 15 cards in their library. Gonna draw some more cards. I mean, at this point, they must have a shuffle effect, right? All right, so we might want to kill that at some point. They're just drawing. They're down to 9 cards. All right, looks like they might be tapped out though. They might be tapped out of mana. All right, can we close out this game? We would like a fatal push. We both have Phyrexian unlocks. Oh, this is crazy. I love it. Hmm. All right, so we'll tap. As I say, level 4. So we'll tap for green. Level up. I can't play another land, unfortunately. Oh. All right, is it going to be, they're going to block. Can we kill him this turn? 8? I don't think so. Oh, so close. We're so close. We're going to do 7. So we'll put twice that many. So we'll put 2 +1/+1 counters on. Are they just taking it? Ah, no. They just took it. Well, I think our opponent's going to win now. They have a bazillion mana. We are not going to be able to. I mean, we had it with the Snakeskin Veil when they decided not to block. I really thought that. Okay, so things can't get counters. At this point, I don't know if it even matters. It's kind of done everything. We've done the damage. Anyway, I really thought they would block, and then I accidentally clicked through it. So well, that should be a win on our part. We have the Snakeskin Veil. We would have doubled up counters and put them to -11, and they'd be dead. So we'll see what our opponent can put together to win. We're down to 10 minutes. We got to play faster. It's just been a really interesting and difficult deck and game to play. Like there's a lot of a lot of math, a lot of thought that has to go into this. So I assume our opponent they have 5 cards, so they got to be careful not to draw out. They must have some way to shuffle everything back in. And you think I would have seen it though, unless it's a one-off and it's in their hand. And they have Hall of Heliod's Generosity that can theoretically always put something on top, but then they draw so many cards. They're going to draw 3 cards off of this, sure. Or they already did. They already did, probably. Solemnity really hurts us, though, right? That we're a counters matters deck. Mm-hmm. All right. Whenever you cast an enchantment, create 4/4 white. All right. They're going to draw some cards. Do they not lose the game when they? You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life, as long as you have 0 or less life. All right. I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out when they cast something out of their hand, because I'm sure everything they have is enchantments. Now, does this? If they have the card that turns all their enchantments into creatures, I think their creatures still have. They don't have haste, so that does give us a chance, perhaps. An interesting game, long game. We should have won already. Did not. Just sometimes the interface here gets you when you click OK too many times or you're not following. And then the fact that they didn't block, I think I hit OK, thinking OK, we're going to blocks, and I just didn't pay attention enough. Otherwise, I would have done before damage. Obviously, things can fail. All right, so now they have all their guys are. No, and these are not creatures. They're just just running out of room on the board. All right, well, 2 cards in the library. Are they going to cast an enchantment and lose? 8 mana, plus whatever they can get out of their lands. What is it that would shuffle? I mean, Endurance, obviously. So then what do they do? Blood Moon. Okay. Don't they lose now, or do I not understand Phyrexian on life very well? All right, yeah, okay. Got it. They do not have a way to mill to shuffle their library back into their graveyard, or their graveyard back into the library. So we can bring in Terra Sunders. We can bring in Shieldred's Edict if we want. Bring in Patchwork Formation. Bring in Assassin's Trophies. Bring in Shieldred because they draw a ton of cards. And we can take out. So the counters matter strategy. Looking pretty bad. Man, I really want to do on Emperor of Bones though. Policy doesn't seem to do a whole lot against them other than present a blocker. All right, well, I mean, they play some Limnacy, so we'll see if that's good enough. And we have, all right, we're going to keep it and hope we just, our 20 land deck gives us another land. So we can surveil, hopefully find something. Give us a land, really. That's all we want. Just a land off the top would be nice. So we don't need to surveil to find a land. Just give us a land. We have 2 ways to answer their enchantments. They play Blood Moon. Shieldred is the very most opposite of all lands. Honey Bones, the graveyard. All right, 20 land deck. We're going to get punished, it looks like. Well, we'll see. We really want to see. I mean, this is a great deck for ours to play against. Light on interaction, creature heavy. Give us a land, please, deck. Don't punish us too bad. And they punish us. Okay. Well, sometimes it be like that. And double Solemnity. Well, we have the answer for that. We actually have 2 answers if we can draw into a land. Other enchantments you control have Shroud. Very nice. So we need 2 answers, and we have the 2 answers. Give us a land deck. Please give us a land. Holy. All right, well, we have 4 answers now. Well, that's what happens sometimes. You keep a one-lander. 20 lands, it's interesting. I'll play 21 lands and get flooded. 20 lands, I seem to consistently get mana screwed, though. Last game, we were stuck on 2 for a really long time. This game, we kept a one-lander with just really leaning heavy on this Surveil, and then it punished us maximally. Phyrexian Unlife. I mean, at this point, we just want to make land drops so that we can, hey, it's a land, start dealing with some of these things. So we can go exile target card from a graveyard. All right, well, we're going to run out an old Emperor Bones. We're going to exile Solemnity. Um, but a creature card exiled. So all right, there's another thing we need to kill. Hey, we're running in land. That's something. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell. All right, so we're going to get rid of that first. Just don't know which one we want to use. Do we want to destroy it or do we want to exile it? We can target our own tiny bones. Pretty sweet, I won't lie. Pretty sweet. So next turn we can Fatal Push and get rid of this Sigil. We have so much hate against what our opponent's doing right now. All right, so they have one card in hand. How bad is it for us? It's a red. Okay, it's pretty bad. So they're gonna get 2 angels. We're gonna need have all the mana in the world too. I would still love to hit a land. Land off the top, please. All right, well. Stop the bleeding temporarily. All right, so I got to put counters on it before that works, and then we are going to exile Sigil. All right, a little bit of we're seeing Emperor go off a little bit with kind of keeping the graveyard clean of enchantments that they can start getting. Hopefully we'll dodge something, they'll just draw a land. All right, we would love to draw a land ourselves, and then we can kill this angel. What's a fetch land deck? Don't keep messing with us. Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land, fetch land. Well, that sets us up for the future. We can do another Assassin's Trophy. Never one more +1/+1 counters upon a creature. All right. Oh, Emperor. So many clicks. All right, and then declare attackers. Almost skip through it again. Just need to read. Man, the missing the lands. It's been really challenging for us. Opponent, we're They flooded. I mean, they're hitting. Hopefully, they don't hit any of their draw spells. But if they do, we're okay, sort of okay with it. And they just scoop up the match. All right, man. All right, that's fine. They're flooding. Makes sense, I guess. All right, well, for cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. If you haven't already, check out my original Magic the Gathering content over at cyclesgaming.com. I write about my various commander decks. I post articles and video of my gameplay of my various modern janky brews, and I'm publishing my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, serially. If you enjoy the content, check out my YouTube channel, Johnny Cycles, and click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.